guys look good. Oh my God. You know, it's so great. Listen, I'm a mom, and I feel like I've watched you guys grow up. Oh my God. How you doing tonight?
Great, amazing. We're super excited.
Yes, we're so excited for the show tonight.
We're very proud of our dad. We can't believe it.
Okay, wait. Let me ask you this: who takes longer to get ready, your dad or you all?
Our dad.
Our dad takes so long to get ready.
We take like 2 hours. He takes like 3.5, maybe pushing 4. But it's worth it. He does it because it's worth it. So.
I gotta tell you something. At the Met Gala, Diddy put on a show going up the steps, but then he left and gave like New York City an entirely different show after. I love it. I live for it. How proud are you of him?
Oh my gosh. I don't think you guys understand. We are so proud. Like, I can't even believe it's like it's here.
Yeah, we're so proud of like everything he's accomplished over all these years, and like for him to be honored as an icon this year is like really amazing.
And it's even big because it's global. It's the global icon. So it's like
The whole
he's
world.
the icon of
The world.
the world.
We
Everything.
knew that.
Okay,
But,
You know, it's confirmed.
Let me ask you this, because I have 2 little girls, and it's different, right? Like, the not necessarily a persona, but how people know you and then how your children know you are 2 kind of totally different things.
Yeah.
What kind of dad is Diddy, is Sean Combs?
He's a very fun one. Yeah, it's fun.
He does a lot of adventures with us.
Yeah.
Like
He's structured as well. Like, we have structure, you know. We don't get to do whatever we want. We don't get whatever we want. We're very, like, you know. He
he also has like a fun side.
We have fun with him, but then we have, like, the dad side. We have the dad side, the serious side, but then, like, the fun, chill, let's play, let's go do this side.
This ain't just another celebrity scandal. This is a deep dive into the raw truth of life behind bars. What used to be glitz and glamour has turned into silence and shadows. Yes, we're talking about Sean Diddy. Combs, the same man who once owned the spotlight, now shrinking away from it. His appearance has changed dramatically, has lost weight, his hair looks whiter than ever, and strange late-night medical tests are raising serious questions today. We take you inside the harsh reality of his prison life and how it's quietly breaking down both him and the people who love him.
A lot of disturbing things. And again, we are going through a lot of disturbing details today. So just a heads up there before we get into things. But yeah, lots to go over. Very, very...
Lots of
fucking
lawsuits.
freaky. Yeah.
Tons of lawsuits.
Not looking good
Leaked
for Diddy.
jail call. We have a lot of victims coming forward telling their stories on docuseries and also filing lawsuits that are revealing a lot of new details that we didn't know before. And shit just gets scarier and scarier. I mean, this guy is just an absolute demon.
Yeah, he
monster.
really is. Yep. That's like the best way to describe him. He is
Diabolical.
such a vile,
Yeah.
sorry excuse for a human being. And yeah, speaking of that, what was that docuseries on H? It's called The Fall of Diddy.
Yeah.
That is really well done. And if you want to hear directly from victims, I would definitely check that out. Especially the last 2 episodes really have some very, disturbing but important interviews.
Trial starts first week in May, so this is coming up really quickly. And Diddy is right now, every day we know this, hammering out what that defense is going to be with his attorneys.
And you know, there are so many people who think he's dead to rights, that this thing is over before it begins.
It always feels like that, especially before federal trials, because you get to read the indictment. You have not all, but you have much of what the prosecution is going to be.
But there's something additional.
Of their strategy.
There's something additional here. You're right that they hear about all of that. But what they're also hearing is these other lawsuits that have been filed by all these civil law firms, and you're hearing about minors, which aren't going to be part of the criminal case. You're hearing about all these videos with celebrities, not going to be part of the criminal case. And
the Cassie video.
The Cassie video is going to be part. Right. We're going to get to that in a minute with the jury. But what we did was, number one, we showed them the prosecution's case from one of our documentaries. And then we showed them the defense from the current documentary. And we asked them to deliberate and to vote. Now, there are 3 charges that Diddy is on trial for. Racketeering, sex trafficking, and also the interstate commerce of prostitution. If you think this was a slam dunk not with our mock jury.
Locked away in a cold, isolated unit inside a notorious Brooklyn jail, Diddy now faces a daily reality that is anything but glamorous. This place has a reputation for chaos, violence, and inhumane treatment, and now it's become his world. Despite trying to stay strong, sources say the pressure is breaking him down slowly, but surely. His face, once full of confidence, now looks hollow and tired. The changes are hard to ignore. This isn't just a health issue, it's a powerful image of a crumbling empire. Even a recent court appearance left people stunned as he looked shockingly thinner, with hair turning gray from the weight of it all.
We believe, based on reporting, that he's being housed in the MDC's special housing unit, which our understanding mostly consists of him sitting in his cell for 23 hours a day. This is due to safety concerns. In fact, here's his attorney, Mark Agnifilo, describing the conditions of the MDC.
Can you describe the conditions of the detention right now?
So it is. The food is inedible, from what I've been told. It's way too hot in the summer. Sometimes there's no heat at all in the winter. The toilet water has been known to freeze. It's violent. Someone like Mr. Combs, might be a target for certain things.
Okay, so what's going on here? How could this affect Sean Combs? Does this investigation have anything to do with the high-profile nature of Sean Combs' case? Well, let me bring in prison consultant Justin Paperny to talk a little bit more about this. Justin, so good to see you. Thanks for coming on. Before we even get into this latest development about what this investigation could be, what do you know about the MDC?
I know for quite some time they've needed long-term change there. Safety issues around the prison, the contraband. There is a problem at the top with leadership. When you're in high metropolitan areas, it's tough to get people to want to work there. There's high turnover. So this leadership failure is putting prisoners in jeopardy. There's very little accountability.
Scene Diddy Combs made headlines once again, but this time it wasn't just about his ongoing legal troubles. The music mogul appeared in court recently sporting a dramatically different look, gray hair and a full beard, marking a stark contrast to his usual polished appearance. The change in his physical appearance has sparked discussions about whether it reflects the weight of the troubling times ahead for him. Diddy, who has built an empire in the entertainment industry, is currently facing multiple legal battles that could have significant consequences for his career and personal life. His court appearance comes amid lawsuits and federal investigations, putting him under intense scrutiny. Many who have followed his career for decades know him as the confident, larger-than-life figure behind countless hits and business ventures. However, his latest public appearance painted a different picture. Dressed in a dark suit, his noticeably graying beard and hair gave off a more somber, reflective image. Some observers believe this is a sign of the stress and pressure mounting against him. Over the past several months, Diddy has been entangled in multiple legal issues. Allegations against him have surfaced, leading to federal investigations and lawsuits. While he has continued to deny any wrongdoing, the increasing legal troubles have undoubtedly taken a toll. Fans and critics alike have taken to social media to discuss his new look, with many debating whether the change is simply a natural aging process or a visual representation of the turmoil he is facing. Some pointed out that Diddy has always been known for his carefully curated image, leading to speculation that this latest transformation could be intentional, a way of subtly addressing his current struggles. But the real weight on Diddy isn't just what you can see on the outside, it's the mental war he's fighting inside. Picture this: a tiny cell, just 8 by 10 feet, a thin, worn-out mattress on hard concrete. Nothing soft, nothing warm, no comfort, just survival. Some say he even sleeps while rats pass by in the night, like ghostly reminders of where he is. His lawyer tried to explain in court how brutal this place really is, and it hits hard because it proves one thing: fame, power, and money mean nothing when the system wants to break you down piece by piece.
Cell that Diddy is in. Obviously, I know that you haven't been there to see it, but just hypothesizing based on your familiarity with MDC, you mentioned 6 by 8 cell. What else is there? I mean, for those of us who are visualizing it, who haven't been inside, what would it look like?
So it would have a bunk bed style. So you'd have two beds on a bunk, and then they'll have a one flat mattress on both bunks, depending on if he has a cellmate. I'm not sure if he does or not. There's a desk, a small desk, a little chair, a sink, and also a toilet. And then there's typically a small mirror, not necessarily glass, but there's something in there so that way you can have a reflection of yourself in terms of grooming on a day-to-day basis.
There have been some reports that Diddy has gotten quote unquote special treatment in the way that he's gotten different food than other inmates or more shower time perhaps. Do you think any of that has any merit?
Well, I would ordinarily, I would say no. He would not be getting any special food because when you're talking about a jail operation with thousands of inmates, the food is actually prepped 3 days in advance because the food is actually cooked in one area. Then they're boxed up and put on carts and then moved to the various units in the East and West building. So I would say no. Now, in terms of if he's not like a meat eater, there's what we call a common fare, where they have vegan and vegetarian options and that nature. But no, he would not be receiving any special diet or meal. There's a national menu that each institution has to go with.
But for now, Diddy is behind bars at MDC, this Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. And his team has brought up some concerns about this place. I mean, by all accounts, it's not a great place to be, not that any jail is, but the conditions sound a little bit worse than maybe other jails out there. Do you think if he isn't granted bail, his team could still say, hey, let's transfer him to a new one ahead of the trial?
They're going to try everything. They're going to try to transfer him. They're going to try to get him out. In a normal case where it's a high-profile person or a well-funded person, the prosecution and the judge is a little bit more concerned about a wrongful prosecution because people that are mad that they're being arrested for a crime they didn't commit can turn around and file for malicious prosecution. It sounds like there's enough evidence there that they can argue with a straight face that we had a basis to go forward, right? There's so many people coming out of the woodwork that no one's going to say that they were malicious about this. They went after him without any evidence, without any basis for it whatsoever. But certainly there are things that can be done, but the truth is every jail is bad and some jails are worse than others. And the problem again is if you move him, why is he getting special treatment? And maybe he's earned special treatment. Maybe what he's done, maybe he's given so much back to his fans and to the world and to charity that maybe there's a way that it plays out in the end. But again, to go into court and say this jail is bad, move him to another jail is not your first argument. That's sort of everything else failed. Judge, let me at least earn my keep and get something better for my client than this horrible place that he's in. And they are going to be saying it over and over and over. Innocent till proven guilty. You're putting an innocent man not just in jail, but in a place that's not just a holding place. It's a place that's terrible, especially for him or for anybody.
Even in the silence of his cell, Diddy's thoughts stay with his family. His 7 kids are his only light in this dark chapter. Quincy, Justin, Christian King, Chance, Delilah, Jesse, and Little Love are the reason he keeps pushing. Insiders say he's holding up, but barely. The real pain comes from knowing his missing moments. He can never get back. A family member shared that everyone is trying to stay strong, not for themselves, but for the kids, and you can feel it in every Instagram post, in every quiet message from his daughters, who now carry the weight of keeping their father's name alive.
Sean Combs' family has shown their support throughout this whole process. They have been going to court hearings. They have been posting on social media. In fact, 2 weeks ago, Quincy, Combs' adopted son, posted a photo of the family on Instagram that included Combs' mother, Janice, and his youngest child's mother, Dana Tran. And the post read, "The past month has devastated our family. Many have judged both him and us based on accusations, conspiracy theories, and false narratives that have spiraled into absurdity on social media. We stand united, supporting you every step of the way. We hold on to the truth, knowing it will prevail, and nothing will break the strength of our family. We miss you and love you, Dad." But it is a birthday phone call with Sean Combs on the other end that is getting a lot of attention right now. And to set the stage, Sean Combs, he shares 7 children with 4 different women. So the oldest in the group, Quincy Brown, isn't actually Combs' biological son, but he was later adopted. He is the son of Kim Porter and singer and songwriter and record producer Albie Shore. He was named after his godfather, the legendary Quincy Jones, who, by the way, actually just passed away over the weekend. Combs' first biological child, who he had with fashion designer Misa Hilton, was born in 1993. We're talking about Justin Combs. He was thrust into the public spotlight in 2008 on MTV's My Super Sweet 16, where he was featured alongside his dad. Now we move on to Christian Combs. This was Diddy's first child with model Kim Porter. Christian, who goes by the name King Combs, has followed in his father's musical footsteps. He's launched a rap career of his own. He also does modeling. Chance Combs was born to Diddy and businesswoman Sarah Chapman, who was apparently Combs' friend at the time. The two never really publicly recognized their relationship. But just months later, Porter and Combs welcomed twin girls, Delilah and Jessie.
Keep going.
Happy birthday to Daddy. Keep going, love.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
Yay!
We love you too.
Love you, Pops. We miss you.
I can't wait to see y'all.
Yep.
Can't wait to see y'all. And I just want to say I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I mean, all of y'all. But just for being strong. Thank y'all for being strong, and thank y'all for being by my side and supporting me. I love y'all. I got the best family in the world. My birthday, I'm happy. Thanks to y'all giving me this call. Thank you very much. I love y'all.
We love you more. Too. Can't wait to see you in a couple of days.
I'll see y'all in a couple of days. Say it again. What you say?
I love you, Daddy.
Yeah.
I love you too, baby.
Again, it's just wild because this is really the first time that we have heard Sean Combs' voice. Since what? When he publicly apologized on Instagram back in May after CNN published the 2016 video of him beating his ex-girlfriend Cassandra Ventura in a hotel hallway? He made an apology. 2 days later? We heard him then. Haven't really heard him since. So to hear his voice, and honestly, what seemed to be joy as he's locked up, facing these very serious charges that could send him to prison for the rest of his life, kind of surprising to hear that tone in a way. Now,
I chatted with your papa last week, because he's got this new album, the Love album, off the grid.
Can't wait. The best album of the year, guys. Like, seriously, we've been listening to it for years.
And it's amazing. We've seen it be created and
bottom to top, and it's killer.
But
the development is woo.
So you're proud of your papa on this one.
Oh yeah.
And it's definitely got a different vibe and tone. It's definitely more R&B of Diddy, right?
Yeah. It gives you the R&B, just like love. It's just love in the album. Love era.
He is so in his love era. I mean, I was like, Diddy, okay, I've never seen the side of you. Is he ready to find real, true love? Has he found it, ladies? Oh, you looking at me like he told me he was single.
I don't think he's found it yet, but who knows? I think he's
searching for love.
I don't know. Yeah, who knows? We don't know.
Do y'all ever chime in on who Dad's dating?
No. We leave that to him.
We leave that to him.
You know better, right?
Yeah, but we do if it's not good, then we put it in check. Definitely, but it's just
inspect the situation.
Yeah.
I mean,
we let him do his thing most of the time.
You're his number one, ladies. Let's be real, okay? We also got Little Love.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that little one is precious.
Amazing. We love her.
I know, right? And that hair. Oh my gosh, she's got a head full of it.
The curls are popping.
I know. And your papa seems so excited to be having a little one in the mix. And I'm sure you're like,
Kimora Lee Simmons promising to fiercely protect Diddy's daughters, Delilah and Jessie, as their music mogul dad apologizes in the wake of shocking security footage surfacing.
I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Or as a parent, you worry. You want them to be okay. You want them to be safe.
The model celebrating the twins and their prom pics on Instagram, telling the teens, "I am so very proud of you, my babies." Kimora getting emotional over the milestone 5 years after their shared heartbreak. She was close with their mother and Diddy's ex, Kim Porter.
When I lost Kim, it broke my heart forever.
Kimora stepping in to help raise the girls after Kim's 2018 death. And now, over 5 years later, Kimora telling her late friend's kids, "I love you always and will protect you fiercely to the end with all I have." Of course, the mama bear mentality coming easy to the mom of five.
They're pretty good kids, and they're active members of society, and they're engaged, and they're happy. I think that's saying a lot. It's tough.
Diddy Combs reportedly underwent treatment in a hospital as he continues to await trial on sex trafficking charges. According to Page 6, the 55-year-old was transported from Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, the federal prison where he was sent following his September arrest, late January 30th to undergo an MRI and was then soon returned to police custody later that night. The outlet cites a source as saying that the medical scan was authorized because his knee was bothering him. E! News has reached out to reps for Diddy and the Federal Bureau of Prisons for comment and has not heard back. The Grammy winner's attorney, Mark Agnafilo, tells TMZ, quote, "I cannot comment on anything related to prisoner movements. Also, I'm not commenting on anything related to possible medical issues." Diddy had shared in a since-deleted Instagram post in 2017 that he had undergone his third knee surgery in a year. The Federal Bureau of Prisons has neither confirmed nor denied the reports about Diddy's hospital visit. A spokesperson for the government agency tells the New York Post, quote, "For privacy, safety, and security reasons, we do not comment on the conditions of confinement for anyone in our custody to include medical status or medical trips." The hospital visit allegedly took place hours after federal prosecutors filed a new criminal indictment against the rap mogul, accusing him of coercing 2 additional women into commercial sex acts. No additional charges are included in the new filing, as the original September indictment had referenced 1 female victim. His lawyer has accused the prosecutors of making a major error in the new indictment.
Yes, he is definitely taken out at that time. And I'm sure this arrangement was made weeks in advance to make sure that that technician or that clinician was going to be available to take a look at whatever issues that he may be experiencing right now. So that way, there's not a whole lot of onlookers. And then even with staff and other inmates, it gives them not an opportunity to make a call, to their family. Hey, I think, Diddy's going out to the hospital right now. If anybody wants to take a look at him, head out there. And then I think the other thing, Sierra, is since there are no cameras in the courthouse throughout this process, we've only been getting the sketch artist views of their perspective of what he looks like. And I think people have been talking about him losing weight and different things of that nature. So I know folks will probably want to be able to get a photo of him to see what he actually looks like. And and if he does have issues with his legs, is he walking with a limp? Does he have does he have a cane or anything like that? So yeah, I think that would be the reason why that they would make this, take this measure, which I have never seen in my career. Someone taken out to the hospital at this time of night for something as basic as an MRI.
This all feels like part of a pattern that's been building for a long time, and what's most troubling is the silence. The fact that no one will share the details of the investigation until it's all over raises serious red flags. The biggest issue here is no transparency, no accountability, and without that, nothing changes. Prisoners keep getting hurt, safety keeps getting ignored, and the public keeps paying for it all as the trial creeps closer. On May 5th, 2025, and the headlines keep coming, the questions just keep piling up. Are we finally seeing the truth behind Diddy's prison life? Are his daughters the key to exposing what really went down? Or is this just another high-profile spin on a broken system? Hit that like, follow, and stay locked in, because this story is far from over.